I I dream to have a big house, uh, and in the front of the house, we have a lot of flowers. We plant a lot of flowers, and I always I often dreams about my school,
Yeah,
and yeah, and uh, I came to the I when I have an examination. I came to um, I came late for the examination.
you got late.
Yeah, I got late.
Yeah.
I got late.
And tell me about your dream. Did you try to make your dreams come true?
Yes, I
Yeah.
always think about how to uh, have my parents have a big house, have new cars, um, um, uh, how to help my brother to have a better life. Yes, when I got married, I because I when I was young, my families were so poor, so I
Yeah.
don't want to be poor anymore when I get older. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I work and the same with my husband. He worked hard to have a family a lot. I
Yeah.
think that our dream
Yeah.
come
Of
true
course.
now. Yeah.
And do you have any other dream now, for now? Do you have any dream that you try to reach, you try to achieve?
I try to when um, I dream of my children to be enough mature. They graduated from the university in America.
Yeah, of
Yes,
course.
they will have a
Yeah,
uh, good, yeah, good life.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, dream and nightmare. So, of course, we can have some dreams that's really beautiful, and sometimes some people have some nightmares. So, tell me why the reason? Why do some people have some dreams while the other have some nightmares, do you think?
I think when we um, um, in the daily life, um, in daily life, we think much about what we think much about.
Yeah,
Uh, at night, we will dreams about that
yeah, of
or
course.
something similar with the what we are thinking in daily life.
Yeah, of course. Very good. Thank you. So, as you can guess, today we're going to talk about not only dreams, but we're going to talk about maybe our opportunities or chances in life. And let me ask you another question before sharing my screen. Have you ever felt bored with your daily life?
You can ask me again, please.
Have you ever felt bored with your daily life?
Um, More.
Unmotivated or bored?
Yeah, sometimes I feel bored, but most of times I'm happy and um, have patience exciting life.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
of
most of
course,
the time.
peaceful, but
Sometimes,
sometimes it happens.
sometimes it
Yeah,
happens.
sometimes it happens. Okay, very good. So just when I ask you, have you ever felt, using present perfect, that's really important to begin your answer using present perfect. So yes, I have. So yes, I have. And then you can mention, for example, I remember once in the past, or for example, sometimes I feel like, I'm bored, or for example, exhausted, and so something makes me feel bored. So first of all, you need to follow the structure that is asked. And then, of course, you can change it. Well, so let me share my screen. Okay. And the first word, I've always had a burning ambition. So what is ambition? It means ambition and ambitious. Okay. It's something like a desire for some type of achievement. So, for example, I want power, I want fame, I want honor, I want wealth. So, everything. So, it's a kind of, it's desire to achieve something, and it can be something like money, wealth, or honor, or fame, or everything. This is ambition. And of course, we have ambitious. Let me write it on the board that you can use it as a noun or an adjective. So we normally ambitious, a person who has strong desire for success, achievement, power, or wealth. So you need to be, so why do you, okay, so let me ask you, I wanted to say just, before saying, let me ask you, what do you think we need to be ambitious? So I am an ambitious person, but at the same times, I should be,
Yeah, I was a ambitious woman.
ah,
Yeah, I as I told you, I want to have a good job. Uh, I have a higher positions in the company,
yeah,
uh, and I want to buy. I want to have a lot of things to have to buy a bigger house. Um, and yes, um, but now I don't think I am ambitious woman anymore. Yeah,
yeah, of course, very good. Well, and let me talk about the next word that is passion. You know, when you have a passion for or about something, it means you really love. You are, you have a strong feeling of enthusiasm or excitement. So you are excited to do something. You are enthusiastic. So you are passionate. And the adjective is passionate. So tell me, are you passionate about anything, something?
yeah. Passionate for English. And
Very good for
yes,
English. Yeah, very good. So you can have passion or you can be passionate, okay? Passionate about or passionate for something. Both of them are usable.
I have huge passions for English.
Yeah, very good. Of course,
Uh,
very
uh,
good. Yeah.
you said that I
Yeah.
I am passionate about
I
English,
am
right?
passionate. I am passionate
Yeah,
about or for something. I'm passionate for English. So I'm passionate for learning English or about
yeah,
learning English. Yeah.
for learning English. Yes. Okay.
So you are enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
Yeah,
Yes,
it means passionate,
enthusiastic.
keen on doing something. And let's talk about opportunities in life, of course. You know, all of us have some opportunities and experience some maybe good, something like chance. If I want to give you a good word, it can be a good chance for advancement, so, or for progress. And we normally experience, at least once in our life. And we actually, some opportunities are given to us and we can use or not. So tell me about your opportunities in life, good chances for advancement. Have you ever had an opportunity that you couldn't use or you ignored?
Mm. I always want to take any opportunities someone or the company gave me. Yeah. I
Yeah,
I I will have I um I make use any opportunities that come to me
very
that comes
good.
to me.
Yeah, very good. Okay. And the next one, ah, it's really important to follow your dreams. So we normally, of course, as a child, we have some dreams. And sometimes we forget about them and, we don't care what was our childhood dream, but sometimes, we follow our dreams. Is it important to follow? Do you help your kids to help their dreams?
Mm, my kids, I have to my kids to my
Yeah,
kids to
to
follow
follow.
their dream.
Yeah, to
Their
follow the
dream.
dreams. Yeah.
Mhm. Um, I always um, I always have my children to follow their dream,
Yeah.
but their dreams are not clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Clear. Yeah.
clear,
Of
clear.
course.
Yes, their
There.
dream is not clear.
Yeah.
So uh, I don't think they have a big dream. They just want to um, learn what they want.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, they um, they they can um, um, they put the target or
Yeah.
their goal the road. They they put the road and
Yeah. Of
they
course.
want to
Yeah.
get the road.
Yeah. So let me ask another question. Maybe it can be, you talked about your job. Yeah, of course, you had a job, you used to go to work, and after that, of course, you decided to stay home and to spend time with family more, to care of your family. But what is your dream job? So, do you have any dream job that you always think about it?
I was at a sale. I used to work at the sale department, and I am used to be a chef of um, sale department.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't have a dream to get a higher position at the time.
Yeah,
Yes,
of course.
because I think I was a mother. I
Yeah,
I
of
am a mother.
course.
So
Yeah, of
if I
course.
get a higher position, I have to um, have to leave my children alone. I didn't have enough time for them,
Yeah.
and so I am don't want to get a higher position.
Of course, great. Of course, yeah, you're right. Yeah, for example, if you ask me, I say, of course, what is my dream job? Of course, being teacher. So and now I'm a teacher. Now I want to say something. So when someone asks you, what is your dream? For example, I don't know, life. What is your goal? What is your dream job? Okay, something that you successfully finished and achieved. For example, you wanted to be a mom and now you are a perfect mom. So you finished something successfully or you achieved it. How to say, for example, I achieved my goal. We have actually a phrase that you can use, statements, sentences that you can use. You accomplish. Accomplish means to finish successfully or achieve something. So you accomplish your actually that particular life goal, that goal. So you can say, let me write,
Accomplish, yeah, achieve the goal.
yeah, means achieve or successfully finish something. Okay, so you can say, I accomplished that particular, for example, life goal. That was, for example, a goal in my life, but I could. So, or you can say, accomplish, where is M? Okay. Or you can say, I have, present perfect. If you don't want to mention the time, so I have accomplished.
I have accomplished.
So that's particular life goal. So I used to have a goal that was to be a perfect mom. And I have accomplished that particular life goal. And now I'm a good mom.
Mhm.
Yeah. But sometimes some actually, ongoing maybe dreams or ambition. So for example, when you say ongoing, it means continuing, happening at the present, something that we have. For example, that was being teacher was actually my goal and I have accomplished. And because I wanted to be a teacher all the time. And and now my career, for example, my career goal is to be a good teacher. Now I'm a teacher. Now I want to be a good teacher. So this is a process. This is an ongoing process. is continuing, ongoing process.
Ongoing process.
Yeah,
Process.
of course.
My career.
Yeah. It's about my career, of course. It's just an example about my career. Wow. Is it good to be ambitious? Is it good to be ambitious?
Yes, I think so. And it is uh, when we have ambitious,
Yeah.
maybe good, but don't be too ambitious
Yeah.
person. Um, we um, we should know when uh, we should know when it's good
Yeah.
and when it's not good.
Of
Yeah.
course.
But I
Of
think we should have ambitious to
yeah.
make our life better.
But you know, when you are ambitious, if you are ambitious and if you can't achieve your goals, for example, I want to do lots of things, but I can't. Of course, it's normal. And there is no rule that we achieve our goals one by one. Yeah. So maybe it's make us, I don't know, a bit nervous, maybe sometimes frustrated, sometimes disappointed. Okay, but sometimes we need to be centered. Centered means self-confident, stable. So, centered, self-confident, and stable, like well balanced. So, like well balanced. We need it. Of course, being ambitious and following the dream is really good. But we need to keep balance, so that we actually be centered. We should be centered. We should be self-confident. Yeah, so I think two other words. What do you think?
Yes, I agree with you that we can be ambitious, but we should center, should be
Yeah, of
well balanced.
course. But being centered is really important, especially in the way of achieving our goals. Well, life changing. So it's really clear. So something, an experience that happens in your life and it can change maybe your life. So tell me, have you ever actually experienced something life changing, or have you ever had a life changing experience?
Um, yes. Mm, riding a car, riding a car is one of my life changing.
Yeah, so driving car. Yeah, driving car
Yes,
is a life
car.
change. Yeah.
Yeah, because uh, when I was young, I couldn't ride a bike,
Ah, you couldn't
a
ride bike.
motorbike. Mm.
Yeah.
Everyone, every and my friends, they could buy, they could ride a bike or motorbike, but I couldn't.
Oh,
So I wish I could ride a motorbike. Yes. So I did it. I could write already.
yeah.
After that, I study how to ride a car,
Oh,
and 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 I and I can ride it now.
It's just,
Yes, and
you
I
ride bike, but you drive car.
yes,
Drive your car, but ride bike or bike.
drive.
You,
Yeah, right.
for example, you can say just bike. They could bike, but I couldn't. They could ride, but about car, we only say drive. We drive car.
Drive. Yes, I
Okay, well,
drive.
yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah,
it's changed it's my life changing. And
yeah.
one more thing, uh, the get um getting married uh is one of my life changing.
Ah, yes.
I life changing is adjectives. So
Yeah, of course.
I um I can say again.
Of course you can.
Moving to Australia was a life changing experience to my 13-year-old daughter. Uh, uh,
Yeah,
Getting married was a life changing experience to me.
of course. Of course. It was life-changing, maybe the most important life-changing experience.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
of course. Well, so let's have a look at the words and phrases that we just learned. Ambition, ambitious. Passion, passionate. Opportunity, good chance. Follow your dreams and life changing. Do you have any questions related to these words and phrases?
No.
Okay, very good. Well, we have an idiom, stuck in a rut. Well, yeah, well, what it means when we say we stuck in a rut. So when actually you are in a rut or you stuck in a rut, it means in a settled or maybe established habit or action or course that especially can be a boring one. For example, I go to work every day. I'm in a rut. It's something like a habit that it can be boring to me. So that's really important. Or we go to the beach every weekend. We are in a rut or we're stuck in a rut. So it means it's boring, something, a habit that we normally do. So establish habit or action, especially a boring one. So you can be in a rut or you can stuck. So both of them, you can be stuck or you be just, you can be. Working at the office is not good for me. I'm just stuck in a rut with all the figures and reports every day. I doing the same thing, everything that it makes me really bored. So it's boring. So have you ever been in a rut?
Yes, I used to be stuck in the rut with my work,
Yeah,
maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
yeah,
So I have to stop that job for a year, and then after that I learn English or um, I go I go somewhere for tourism. Yeah.
yeah, of
Um,
course. Yeah, very good.
and after a year, I got back my work.
Yeah, of
And
course. I do. So sometimes we feel like our lives actually are really monotonous. So let me write this word because it's good. Monotonous
monotonous.
means boring. When there is no change, like, you You walk on a straight line without any changes. So this is monotonous. Sometimes we are or we're stuck in a rut. It means, our lives, can be monotonous, boring, so that we can't enjoy. So nothing make us excited. Yeah, monotonous is another word that you can use when talking. Wow. Wow. Okay, so this is an idiom, so no question about it. So let's keep going with used to. Did we talk about used to? Did we talk about used
I
to?
used to go to gym every day, but now with my tight schedule, I can hardly make it. I used to work long hours a day, and it really stressed me out.
Yeah.
Mm.
First of all, let's talk about the structure used to. But we can use used to for past, present, or maybe future, different tenses. However, there is a big difference in meaning. So used to in the past with definitely different from used to in present and future. Okay, so now this structure is used to talk about actions in the past habits, maybe. Okay, past habits, something that you did regularly but now you don't. So used to is used to talk about your past habits that are not true now, are not true. Okay, just for past. And what is the structure? Subject plus used to plus infinitive without to, base form of verb. I used to go, I used to play. Okay, so just I used to, and I didn't used to. Maybe you want to negative. Okay, so you can I didn't used to. I didn't used to go to the gym in the past, but now I go. So used to an infinitive that is used to actually past, to talk about past states that are not true anymore. Okay, but and for repeated actions, of course. So for that they don't happen anymore. So that's really important. For example, I used to go swimming. I used to go swimming, for example, every Thursday when I was at school. But of course, it's not true anymore. It's something like about past. Okay, so this is about used to. Okay, this part is easy, but I want to talk about something else. Maybe, most of students make mistake when using would and used to. Okay, where to use would. Sometimes we can use it. So we can also use would to talk about repeated actions in the past. So let me write it. Would, repeated actions. Okay, so we also use would. But for example, in the past, every Saturday, I would go on a long bike ride. I would, okay? My dad would read, for example, read me amazing stories every night at bedtime. So, would for past habits, it's slightly more formal than used to. Used to is a bit informal. Would is a bit for writing especially, would is good. And we don't normally use the negative or question form of would for past habits. For example, my dad wouldn't read me stories. So we don't normally use wouldn't or question form. Okay, with would for past habits. Okay, and so we can't, just let me say something, we can't usually use would to talk about past states. What it means, past states. We have some stative verbs like love, like not action verbs. For example, I can say, I used to love comic stories, but now I don't like them anymore. I used to love, I don't say I would love. I used to love. So with stative verbs, not actions. For actions, would is good. Would is really good for action. I would go, I would play, I would, for example, do something. So would, let me, would plus action verbs to talk about some habits in the past habits, okay? Well, so it's good to use it. But when I want to use some verbs like, love, okay? So it's better to use used to. I used to like, not I would. Okay, so this is another difference between would and used to. But you know, as I told you, we have two alternatives to talk about past states or habits. So used to, habits and states, something that you feel, would, habits. Okay, so difference, the first difference. But the main difference is the past with past simple. When we use past simple, you know, when we say, I went, for example, I went to the beach last summer. It's not repeated action, you know that. Just once I did it. Or it's not continuous nature of the action. Just I did it once and finished. Okay? But when I say used to, or when I say would, it means something that was repeated in the past. So the difference between these two. Okay? Well, and another difference between would and used to. When I use would, I mention the time. For example, every Saturday I would go on a long bike ride. Every Saturday when I mention the time, I would. But I used to go on a long bike ride. No time, so it's okay, just past. Okay, my dad would read amazing stories every night at bedtime. When? Every night at bedtime, so would. But my dad used to read me amazing stories when I was child. So no specific time with used to, but for would we normally add a specific time. So the difference between used to and would. Get it?
Yes, I get it.
May I ask you to make some sentences using would and used to?
I used to play badminton. Uh, I used to play badminton when I was young,
Very good.
but now I don't have enough time to do it. Yes,
Of course, great.
and I could play badminton every Saturday
Very good. Every Saturday in the past, but in the past.
in the
When I
past.
was
Yeah.
for example, younger, well, that's great. I would. Yeah. And with stative verb, stative, for example, I used to love, I used to love, I used to lie, I used to, for example, like this, I used to love horror stories, but now I don't. I would know, I used to. So another example,
Mm. I would practice piano every afternoon.
great.
Yes.
Yeah.
I used to play piano when I was high school.
Yeah, very good. When I
I
was,
was in high school.
yeah, of course, very good. I used to play just uh, piano and guitar, the guitar. So I used to play the piano when I was in high school. The, we need to add the for
That,
piano and guitar. Yeah, not for violin, not for the other instrument, but for uh, piano and for guitar, we use the.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
T-H-I-T, yeah, that, yeah,
the.
yeah, yes, yes. I used to,
Yeah. Okay, and we know that negative and question form words are not usable. So we don't make negative for past habits. Just, let me emphasize my actually point that is for past habits. Of course, would has different uses. Just, for past habits like used to, we don't make negative or question, but for used to, yes, we can. Okay. Is it clear?
yes, it's clear.
Great,
Yes,
very
it
good.
is. Yeah.
Well, we have a conversation and we're going to decide whether the statements are true or false. So let me play the audio. Okay, 12. Wow, wow, wow. Let's listen.
Unit 7. Changes. Recording 1.
Have you ever felt stuck in a rut? Well, this morning we talked to two women who have made big life changes, and they are here to tell us about it. Jasmine Wells used to work as a doctor in York. In her 30s, she gave up her job and became a professional musician. Anita Jacobs used to work in advertising, but she sold her house, gave up her job, and decided to travel around the world. Anita first. What made you decide to change?
Well, I was nearly 40. I was in a job that I wasn't really interested in. I used to work long hours and I didn't enjoy the job much anymore. So I decided to follow an ambition I've had for a long time. I always wanted to travel, but I never had the chance.
Your ambition was to travel around the world?
That's right. The idea was to take a year off. I started work when I was 18 and I never had a break in all that time. I never had time to travel or see the world, so I decided to take a year off and go travelling. The time was right, so I left my job and went.
And you earned some money while you were travelling, didn't you?
Well, a little. I worked on a farm for a while in Australia. They didn't pay me very much, but I stayed on the farm and ate for free, so I was happy.
I see. Now, Jasmine, doctor to musician is quite a big change. What happened?
Well, it is a big change, and it happened quite suddenly. I was working in a hospital doing more than 100 hours a week, looking after elderly patients. I didn't used to have time for anything else. It was just work, work, work. And one morning when I left the hospital, I saw a piano in the corner of the room. I sat down and started to play. I remembered that I really enjoyed making music.
So, did you used to play the piano before, as a child?
Yes, I used to play, but I wasn't very good. Luckily, I'm a bit better now. Anyway, I decided I wanted to learn the piano, so I started piano lessons and learnt about writing songs. It became a passion for me, and I realised that it was something I really wanted to do. So I decided to make more time for it, and eventually I gave up medicine altogether and started playing my own music.
Fascinating. Now tell me about the...
Well, so the first one, Anita. So, true or false?
Anita worked long hours in an advertising job. I heard that Anita worked long hours in um, in a hospital. No,
No, hospital, the second one. The
the
second
second
woman,
hospital.
yeah, at a
Okay.
hospital, but the first one,
Number first, the first sentence is true.
true, very
She
good.
was,
Yeah. She was nearly 30 years old when she decided to change her life, true or false?
false. She was 40 years old.
She wanted to travel around the world.
Yes, she does. She did.
Yeah.
It's true. She gave up her job to follow her dream. Uh, yes, she left her job, but she works in a farm.
But you know, she didn't give up. She took a
She
break
didn't.
for 1 year. For one
Yeah,
year, yeah, she took a break for
different,
1 year to
different.
follow her dream. Yeah.
Yes,
And she won,
number four, not true. That's false.
of
Yes.
course. And Jasmine,
Jasmine. Jasmine. Jasmine worked more than 100 hours a week. Yes, it's true. She looked after children in hospital. I don't know. Maybe it's
just
true.
children.
Not both children and adults, everyone.
So very good. So
Yeah,
she
she
played
played
the
the piano well when she was a false. She didn't play the piano well. She just uh, she was not good at piano.
play. Yeah, of course.
She
She,
started piano lesson and learned to write songs. Yes, she did. It's
yeah,
true. And number 10, now she plays her own music. Yes, yes.
yeah. You know, that's really interesting. As a doctor, so you know, because people, you know, that actually is something like an ambition to be a doctor, especially when you are young. And people, you know, normally dream about being doctor because they think, ah, wow, that's such a great job. But after that, you can actually give up your job to continue something else, and that's really interesting, I think. You should be really brave, I think.
But in Vietnam, there are a lot of
Yeah,
doctor and nurses in the hospital. They gave up their job and they follow their dream
yeah, of
to follow
course.
their dream because working in a hospital is challenging.
Of course. It's really tiring, I think.
Time, yeah.
Yeah, of course. So
Mhm.
something like, yeah, it's really hard, especially, you know, working. Yeah, we have some people, but Isaac, you need to be brave, you know? When you achieve your goal, for example, and you have your career, and you know, of course, you feel like I'm stuck in the rut. So it's, yeah, it's okay. But you need to be brave, maybe adventurous, brave person to stop something to do something else, you know? I'm,
Yes.
you know, it's a bit, I don't know, scary sometimes. If I, you know, because I have students, sometimes we talk together about some things, I don't know, normal things like job, career, and he asked me, teacher, I think he is a psychologist. He's a psychologist, and he's a teacher. I want to actually give up my job and go to the nature because I think I was born to live in nature. And, I think, what should I do? And I was like, it's really great. And I wanted to say, yes, that's great, just do it. But I was scared of saying something like this. If he can't, but yeah, that's really interesting sometimes. Sometimes I think about going to nature countryside. That's great. Yeah. Okay. So do you think, it's a good idea for people, I'm not talking about this audio track, these two women, to make life-changing decisions? And if you had a really good career with actually, and you could make living and it was really good with, I don't know, perks, everything, you were satisfied maybe, but you wanted to do something else, would you make life-changing decision and would you change your career? Would you?
It was a good idea. I think if I think it's a good idea when a person wants to make life change decision.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
But
firstly, we should think carefully about that. We need to have some idea from other people. You can, but who you can trust a lot. So you can get some idea from other people, yeah, and think about it carefully before make us something life-changing decision.
And would you do this? Would you do this if you were? If you were.
Yeah, if I want to move to American to live, yeah, move all my family member to America and stay there and work there. I it have a disadvantage and advantage.
Of course.
Every changes have advantage and disadvantage.
Yeah.
So which we need to think much about this.
Of course. So every decision that you make in your life consists of negative and positive sides. So you need to consider both sides, advantage, disadvantage, and then you can make your decision. Well, okay, and so of course we talked about your life-changing decision that you actually made, and your marriage, and of course your career, being mom. Okay, just this question is good. As the last question, let me ask you, what can we do to get out of a rut? Of course, it's normal. Sometimes we feel like really bored, really tired of doing the same things every day. So what can we do to get out of?
I think we should learn how to love that word. How to love your job, how to love your work, your task. Yeah.
But it's not only about your job. Maybe it can be like, it can be housework. So you every day you need to do and repeat some things like cooking, cleaning, and maybe you feel like I'm bored of doing. So what can we do to get out of this feeling?
We don't do it anymore. we we try to find something
Yeah,
more interesting to do. So cooking. If I don't cook, I can order. We can buy the food from a restaurant. Yes, and you take some days rest,
yeah,
some days to relax. Yeah,
yeah,
and do housework. You
yeah.
can. Uh, you don't need to do your houseworks every day.
Of course, of
Yes,
course.
I
That was,
don't because I don't live with my parents, my mother-in-law. So
yeah,
I think
tells
I
you
can
off.
stop it if I do.
So
Yeah,
yeah, let me teach you the last word here.
yes,
Sometimes, especially our mothers tell us off. Okay, for example, my mother told me off cleaning my room. Monica, why didn't you tidy your room like this? Speaking angrily, so we don't have. So there is no one to tell us off cleaning and tidying something. So this is the
yes,
last
yes,
phrase. Yeah, of course, perfect answer. So tell me off means tell someone, of course, to speak angrily. Tell someone. Okay, so just let me write it here. It's not me. Tell someone off means to speak angrily because of, I don't know, something important like tidying, cleaning, because someone didn't do the responsibilities. So we speak angrily. Well, that was, so we need to change our routines, as you said. And you're right, definitely right. And I do agree with you.
thank you. Yeah, that's on I think on I said what I said and what I just saying is on my husband teach me.
Ah, so you
He
have a wise husband, and that's
yeah,
great. So, yeah, great, very good. Because normally, men don't like to talk about this, that, like, these things because they think, okay, we don't know and they don't care. But that's really great. You have a wise and responsible
yeah.
husband. So, congratulations for your husband.
Thank you.
Okay,
Okay.
my dear Min, do you have any questions, any issues related to this part, something that you want to ask me?
No, I don't.
Okay,
I
that
wish I had enough time to uh, speak English
yeah.
to the mirror or
But you
talk
don't
to
have.
mirror
Yeah, you
practice.
don't have. And you can record. You can record your voice if you have time and listen. It's so that you can get the mistakes. For example, if you, that's a good way, another good way. And just listen. If you don't have enough time to, for example, talk, you can listen some podcasts, while doing something. Just listen some podcast stories in English and try to repeat it in your mind. That's great.
Yes.
Go away.
Thank
Okay.
you
Have
so
a
much.
great day. You're welcome. And see you at the next session. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye. Good night.
Bye-bye.